Hi everyone, as you can see from the title, I'm doing another Makeup Revolution video today. I did a haul a few months ago and that was actually my first ever purchase from Makeup Revolution. I did say at the time that I probably didn't need to buy anything else from there for a while because I had enough. But I think it was either the next week or the week after was Makeup Revolution's first birthday, and they had an offer on if you spent £25 you got £25 worth of products free, so I couldn't resist. I wasn't going to do a haul, but I posted a picture of everything I bought on Instagram and one of you lovely subscribers requested that I did a haul. But what I decided to do to make it a little bit different than just a straightforward haul is show you some of the things that I got, not all of them, and also talk to you about how I've been using them and what my first impressions are. A few things I've only used for the first time today, a few things I've been using for a few weeks. Everything is on my face at the moment, so I'm going to talk through everything, how much it cost and what I think of each product. The first thing I applied to my face today out of everything is the I Heart Makeup Brow Kit in the colour Bold is Best, which is basically the darker colour. This is one of the products that I actually purchased, not one of the free products that I got, just because I wanted to try different brow powder. I've got a bit of a collection of brow products now at the moment because I keep trying them, not liking them, can't find the can't quite find the right colour, and I think I've decided that powder is the best formula for me now because you can mix colours together and get the right tone. Anyway, I'm rambling on a bit. I don't actually think you can get this on Makeup Revolution anymore, unfortunately, because they did very shortly after I bought this come out with a new brow palette, which does look even better than this, I have to say. But I think this cost me £2.99. It comes with 3 different brown coloured powders. Well, one's almost black, a setting wax, a little brush and tweezers. What I love about this is it's got a mirror on it, which isn't on my other little brow powder palette that I've got. I use the W7 brow powder, which I'm really happy with. This, I would say, competes with it. I love the fact it's got the mirror, the tweezers and the brush is actually decent and it all fits in here, so you can take this away with you overnight or travelling and not have to worry about, oh, what brush do I take some tweezers? But on the downside, I do find there's a lot of fallout from the powders when you put your brush in them, and it doesn't last quite as long for me as the W7 powders, but I would still use it and I have still been using this a lot ever since I bought it. The next thing I applied to my face today was another thing that I bought rather than got for free, and this is the Golden Sugar Ultra Blush Palette. In my last haul I bought the Sugar and Spice one. I loved it so much I couldn't resist and I caved in and got the Golden Sugar one. I originally didn't get this one because I thought the colours are probably much more suitable for someone with a deeper skin tone, and I do still think that these will look gorgeous on people with a deeper skin tone or a bit of a tan. But I have been using it and I do find that the colours do work for me. Today I put on the bronzer just for a bit of warmth, and it's not a contour colour, it's quite warm, and this is the only one without any shimmer or glitter in, but I just use that in different areas of my face to add some warmth. Then I use this purpley baked one as a blusher, and I actually use this corally one as a highlighter. These are brilliant, they last on the skin for a really long time, and they're really pigmented. So the only thing I would say is be careful about how much you put on your brush because it's definitely very easy to overdo it, so just use a tiny little amount and build it up as you need to. But I love that. Do you know what, between this and the Makeup Revolution Sugar and Spice palette, you probably don't need many more blushes in your life, but whether you need or want them or it is a different thing. So the next thing I put on my face today was some of the products from this palette. This is the Go to the City palette. This is one of the free items that I've got. This would normally cost £6.49, but I've noticed on the website they've got an offer on these at the moment and they're £2.99, so I'm wondering if they're discontinuing them. In all honesty, this probably wouldn't have been one of the palettes I would have been attracted to if I hadn't got it for free. I don't really like the see-through packaging on the front. I think it makes it look cheaper than a lot of their other palettes, which are really sleek in the packaging, and because it's got this see-through bit, you don't have a mirror on it as well. Having said that, those are the only 2 downsides because I've been using the shadows in this and they are actually pretty decent. Today I used the 2 purpley shadows in the crease and in the outer corner, and I used this one, this light one as a base all over, and I used this highlight under the brow bone. Haven't tried out the blushes yet, I have to admit. So they're really pigmented. You don't need to use much, but they are buildable. I would say that they're not quite as blendable as some of their other shadows, so that has made me realise that not all Makeup Revolution formula of eyeshadows are the same as each other, because I've got some other palettes from them and I found the shadows are more blendable, but still definitely workable, and I do find that they last a long time as well. What I forgot to say is before I put on the eyeshadow, I put on this I Heart Makeup Eye Primer. Again, this was one of the free products that I got, and I was quite pleased to be able to try it because I really love the Urban Decay one, and if I can find a cheaper version of that, then great. However, this hasn't worked wonders for me. It's only £1.50 on the website at the moment, which again is a reduction, so I'm wondering once more if it's one of the products they're discontinuing, hence that's why they were giving them away free. But anyway, it's got the same sort of colour as the Urban Decay eye primer that I use, but I find the texture is much more watery and you do need to give it a shake each time you use it, otherwise it separates a little bit. And if you put too much on, I mean a little goes a long way, that's really good, but if you do put too much on, I have found that the actual eye primer is prone to creasing before I've even added in the eyeshadows, which is a bit of a shame because part of the point of a eye primer for me is to prevent the creasing. But for £1.50 I still think it is reasonable, and I will continue to use it even though I like the Urban Decay one better. The other thing I put on my eyes was again a product that they sent me for free as part of the gift with purchase, and I actually got 2 of these, but I've just used one today, and this is the eye dust, which is a pigment from Makeup Revolution. These only cost £1, which having used them I think is an absolute bargain. This is the colour Levity, which is like a really kind of lilac-y purple but a bit more brightness to it. I haven't got any pigments other than a Barry M Dazzle Dust that I bought literally about 15 years ago now, and I've only used a handful of times because I'm kind of a bit scared of pigments and I'm not really sure I know exactly how to use them. But I just dusted this with a brush over the middle part of my eyelid today, and I love it. It's the first time I've used it, so I don't know how long it's going to last, but the pigment is really, really good without being too overpowering. It's definitely buildable. It's not as messy as I thought it was going to be. It's got a little dispenser that you can use to dust it into the lid and then put your brush into that. Yeah, and I think these are brilliant for £1. I got this in a grey colour as well, but I think there's about 20 different colours that you can get on the website, so I would definitely recommend these. The next thing I used was something that I chose, and it was the it's called the Awesome Double Flick Liquid Liner. I did actually buy a few liquid liners because I'm just trying to find one that works for me at the moment. I did mention one on my blog that I really, really love, which is the Soap and Glory one. I finally jumped on that bandwagon. But this one is pretty good as well. It's called the Double Flick because it's got 2 ends. It's got a thick end and a thin end. They're both felt tip liners. They're both black. This only costs £3.50 or £3. Almost always sold out on the website, I've noticed, ever since I bought it, so it's obviously one of their more popular products, and I can see why. The pens are great. As soon as you put the pen to your eyelid, the colour comes out really, really dark. I don't like it when you have to work with a felt liner and to get the colour in and you get it a bit patchy first of all. That doesn't happen with this, so I really like the pigment to it. It's really, really long lasting. The 2 ends means that you can work with it a little bit to try and do a flick. I haven't managed to do a cat eye flick with it yet, but that's not a criticism of the product because I'm just not very good at that. But yeah, I would definitely recommend this for a cheaper liquid eyeliner or felt tip eyeliner if you're looking for one. Finally on the eyes is this mascara. I chose this on the website because they were advertising it as one of their newer products, I think, so it just caught my eye. And it's called the Viper, I believe, because of the shape of the brush, although to me it looks more like a cobra, but I can see where the snake theme is coming from. And it's got snakeskin packaging, which I think can look quite cheap, but I think this one looks pretty classy. So it's called the Viper Mascara with Bite, and I would definitely recommend this for someone who likes lift and volume in their mascaras. The shape of the brush just means that you can really get right to the base of your eyelashes and really pull them up, so it almost curls your eyelashes at the same time as adding the volume and the mascara to it. Because of that brush shape, I do find that a lot of product tends to sit right in that curve in the dip of the actual brush, but that can easily be sorted by I sort of bend it as I bring it out like this, and a lot of the product wipes off there. Then if you don't do that, it is prone to clumping, but if you do that, I find it's actually a really, really good mascara. Lasts all day. It's quite difficult to get off at the end of the day though, so that's something bearing in mind if that is an issue for you. But yeah, I'm really impressed with these for £3 or £3.50. No, £3 it was. So yeah, I'd buy that again actually if I ran out of that. So I was pleased to have found that one. Finally on my lips is the Lip Lava, which I was really pleased to receive. It was one of the free things, and these are meant to be, or I've heard that they're dupes for the Too Faced Liquid melted lipsticks, something like that, the liquid lipsticks that they do. These only cost £2.99, and I'm not sure what colour it is because it doesn't say on the packaging, but I happen to have received a colour that I really love. It's kind of a cool toned pink, as you can see. Having said that, I was slightly disappointed with these, I am sad to say. They do feel lovely when you put them on the lips. They're really easy to apply because of the little like foamy applicator that they come with, but I find that they really pick up every little dry patch on your lips. I do try and exfoliate my lips regularly, but nevertheless they get a bit dry, and this really enhances every dry patch. They last really, really well, which is great, but I find that they transfer so badly. So even if I put this on now and I'm wearing this 4 hours time, it will still be there. If I eat something or if I drink something, it completely transfers. And that can get messy, and I've ended up with it on my teeth. It's all a bit embarrassing. So these are probably not one that I would go for again, which is a bit of a shame, but maybe they're just not suitable for me personally, because I've seen a lot of people say very positive things about these. So that's everything I'm going to talk about from my Makeup Revolution haul today. I hope it's been helpful. Give it a thumbs up, as I always say, if it has been, and subscribe so you can see every single video I upload. I upload once every weekend, or at least I try to, and I'll see you next time.